Silence.
You've got one.
Yeah, I've got one. Where was it? It was over here somewhere. Hey, hello. How you doing? Shout out loud.
What is your favorite movie that you played in?
Wow, no, thank you so much. Great question. What's my favorite movie that I played in? Well, it's kind of hard, and I'm lucky because generally I can say to people it was the last one that I was in, because, you know, as an actor, you just are glad to get to work, right? And so if somebody asks me what's your favorite movie, I'll generally say, well, I've just been in this movie and it's about this and I'm all excited about it. And I think that's what's wonderful about being an actor. It's what I love doing, right? And so my favorite movie is always the last one that I've done. And I'll tell you a little bit about it because I'm very excited by it. It's a movie that was shot by a young man. I guess he's about 26, 27. And the lead character is a young man with Down syndrome. And it's a very brave movie. It's like this young man is the hero all the way through the movie. And he meets a lot of eccentric characters along the way. And I'm one of those eccentric characters. Surprise, surprise. But we get on together and then he carries on to the next leg of his journey. But, so that's my general answer to you. But I guess if I've got a secret favorite movie ever, there was one where I played a rock and roll guy. It was called Hardcore Logo. And I put, and you guys know it? And it's because I'm a bit of an old punk. I'm a bit of an old punk rocker, and in that movie I play an old punk rocker, kind of like Iggy Pop kind of guy, and that's kind of my music. So my kids still go, Dad, will you just stop? Will you turn that off? Will you turn the Ramones down, please, Dad? You know, and that stuff. But that's my era. That's the music I like, and every generation has its own music, right? And I bet you guys have yours too. That will drive your children crazy in the future. So anyway, that's a long-winded answer, but there you go. Anything else? Anybody else want to ask me?
Right down here.
Yeah.
Hello, dear.
Hello.
I'm just wondering, with the mention of still filming in Vancouver, if we can expect to see Death either in this season or an upcoming season. Also, if you're considering joining the panel at Supernatural Con here in Phoenix.
Okay, well, talking about Supernatural, my honest answer is about the writing of the show, I don't know. I'm sure the boys have an idea, Mark probably has an idea, the lead guys do, but I'm just part of the Supernatural universe, and I honestly don't know if my character will return. I hope he does, I really hope he does. So get writing! But the thing is, it's quite possible because, let's face it, it's this kind of show, it's the kind of universe where people reappear, surprisingly. And I think that's why the show is so good, is because they'll pull the rug from under your feet and then they'll go back again. And it keeps you on the edge of your toes. Because I find that the Supernatural fan base is so knowledgeable, and they know so much about the show and the culture of the show. They'll ask me questions and I go, I don't know. I feel really embarrassed, and so I think that it's good that the writers in many ways pull a fast one sometimes, and they do stuff like they'll kill Death, so that everybody goes, wait a minute, you guys do that? So that's my answer to that. And in terms of the con, I don't know. Part of the problem for me about doing cons is that, as I say, I'm a character actor, right? So it means that I'll do, in the space of a year, let's say 10, 12, 13 different movies or shows, because I do a little bit in a lot of different things, right? So my schedule's all over the place. Whereas if you're on a show, you're pretty consistent. You know where you are. Like if I'm Mark Shepard or somebody, he knows he'll be doing X amount of days on the show, because they've got a long-term commitment to it. But I tend to parachute in here, go there. Right now I'm doing a show called Orphan Black. And I'm going back to Toronto and shooting that. But I really don't know where I'm going to be, so I can't commit to coming back to Phoenix, and that's why an organization like, it's Creation that are doing that one, I think, right? And that's why with an organization like Creation that's so well organized, they tend to keep with people that they know. They don't want to disappoint fans and say someone's coming and then they cancel. So that's kind of the story there,
Well,
really.
just so you know, it's June 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'll do my best because I love it here. Although, I don't know, what's the temperature going to be like?
Oh, no.
Hot as hell.
Well, it's not the
It'll be a perfect temperature for death.
Yeah, now July's your hottest month, though, right? August? Okay, so it's getting there. So death in a Hawaiian shirt and shorts? Yeah, I think so. But sandals, open-toed sandals. But a hat, like I'll wear a big spooky hat.
Hey.
Oh, I could have an umbrella. I think. Hi there, do you have a question?
Oh, yes. You mentioned you were married 30 years.
Yeah.
My friend is married 23. What's the secret of a 30-year marriage?
A very patient partner. Well, I don't know if there is one. We both have good sense of humor. And I think at the end of the day, that keeps you going, you know? Because we all hit, you know, ups and downs and difficult times and personal things. But if you can laugh about things and walk away, I think that stands you in good stead. So you know, and just luck and perseverance. So anyway, I got no secrets or magic, I'm afraid. But we get on very well. Anyway, we're good friends. Anyone? Yes, the lady in the middle. Yeah. Hi.
I'm very curious about the Orphan Black set, because obviously when you watch it on TV, it looks like a cast of hundreds, and it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is the set very quiet, or are you guys all busy?
Yeah, okay, I'll just start by, I don't know, Orphan Black's a really cool show and it's got a very dedicated fan base, but it's not a big fan base like Supernatural, so I'll just start by just giving like an idiot's guide to Orphan Black, okay? Just because some people in the room might not know it. It's a very cool show. We're in season 4 now, right? But it's one of those small shows that's kind of just off the radar a little bit. Although this year, Tatiana Maslany, the lead actor, was nominated for an Emmy. And that's kind of quite, I think, really deservedly. But, you know, that's brought the profile up a bit. Now, the thing is that if you don't know the show, Tatiana plays 5, 6 characters or more, and she plays clones of herself, right? And so what's amazing about the film set is that you're in a scene with an actor that's playing against herself, right? Mm-hmm. So she has a double, she has somebody that looks kind of like her. So for instance, if we're shooting a scene and I'm in the room and then I'm talking to Tatiana, but as one character, and then Tatiana's here, you can hear me, right? Yep. Yeah. And Tatiana's here as her other character. So sometimes they can shoot it so that we'll see Tatiana here head on. And sometimes if the girl that looks a bit like Tatiana can have her head turned, they can cheat, right? But most of the time they can't. They have to really use Tatiana. So we'll do the scene, I'll do the scene to Tatiana here, and then we'll have to reshoot, do everything the same, but Tatiana will go, and then she'll be this character. Right? So it's a complicated process. So it means that everybody's really focused, and it's the only show I think I've ever been in where hair and makeup and wardrobe are so critical. Mm-hmm. So in a lot of shows that I do where, you know, you go in, especially a guy like me who doesn't need a lot of hair or makeup, it's like, oh yeah, there's cheekbones. You know, that's it. But I realize that everybody is creative in helping her distinguish these characters, right? And it's about the way that they do her hair, her eyebrows, the way they make her up. Really makes a big difference on camera when she's playing different characters who are basically her, right? So everybody is very focused and a part of the process and very engaged on set. So I think it's a more focused set than I'm used to, because everybody has to be able to go, oh no, the way your hair's parted is the wrong character. Like, we got to come and do that. You look too much like the other character. You know what I mean? So everybody's there all the time, rather than just going, oh, you've got a hair out of place. They're all part of the creation of the show. So that's my impression. But I got to say, I'm really lucky in the same way that Jared and Jensen are such cool guys and such open and comfortable guys with each other and with the show. They make it easy for everybody. So does Tatiana. She actually is another actor who doesn't have a big ego or doesn't try to prove herself. Like, she's just who she is. So that makes it very easy to. So I'm very fortunate in being in 2 shows like that. Sometimes, we won't mention any names, but you can be in, as all of us, in any workplace, right? Where egos kind of get in the way sometimes. Okay, yeah.
When you're in a show where you're in different episodes, not all the way through, but in episodes, do you follow the plot line of that show yourself so that you know exactly?
I do, because I think it's my job to do that and to know kind of where I am. But there's a danger to that sometimes, where if you start predicting how your character is going to go, you start making decisions that aren't necessarily the best ones. And the example I give for that is Orphan Black. When characters start on Orphan Black, the writers themselves don't know if that character, especially in season 1 and 2, they don't know whether that character is going to be good or bad or evil. You know what I mean? Like, they just have a storyline. And sometimes it's good for an actor not to know whether they're being good, because sometimes you see it yourself. When you watch TV, you go, they're being bad now. Why are they going like, oh, that's a bad guy in there. That's a good. Do you know what I mean? Like, you resort to sort of cliche, and an actor tries to do the work for the audience. And a show like Orphan Black's really cool because you don't know. You don't know who's who belongs to who's betraying who. And they write it like that, so as an actor you don't know. So if I'm asking somebody to step outside with me, you go, oh my God, he's just asked her to step outside. Is he going to kill her or is he going to buy her something? And that's kind of a cool way to approach a character. As long as you understand, you've got enough to go by. So anyway.
You didn't have that problem.
With death, no, and I was blessed with right from the get-go. When I first arrived, I'd never seen a show, a supernatural show. I quickly looked at it, and I thought, oh,